Commander's Open Line with Spartacus Maximus and my esteemed panel of colleagues here. We have
That's a big word already, isn't
He
it?
started off.
35 MSG Commander Colonel Mike Griffith. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I am doing outstanding. It is a wonderful day outside with the sun shining.
You like that sunshine?
I do like that sunshine.
How do you deal with the humidity, sir?
I just go golfing.
Just golf. All right. And then we have a new face. U.S. Forces Japan and 5th Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Douglas McIntyre. How are you today, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing great, and I have a face for radio. So I was pretty displeased this is going to be on air, too. So, but great day to be at Misawa. Great day to come up and visit a wonderful base with a great mission.
Thank you for being here. And last but definitely not least, you know him from Getting Dirty with the Chief, 35th Fighter Wing Command Chief Master Sergeant Jim Laurent. How are you this morning, sir?
I am esteemed.
You are
That's
esteemed.
what I feel anyway. I feel esteemed now because of the getting dirty with the Chief stuff.
But that still doesn't impress you, but you
Yeah, I'm
are
not impressed, but I'm esteemed. That's for certain.
Yeah.
So, what are we getting into first today, guys?
Well, let's start it off to go ahead because I know there's been a lot of talk across the wing and across the base about the aircraft mishap last Sunday.
Yep.
It was a F-16 that developed problems, but the pilot did safely eject. And after a great rescue, he was rescued and hopefully should be back any time here. But it was very thankful for the Japan Coast Guard, Japan Self-Defense Force, the U.S. Coast Guard, the Navy, and Japanese and commercial vessels all coming to that rescue and making sure our pilot was safe. And I know, Chief Lawrence, you got some things to say also on that one.
Well, you know, it's amazing. As I heard the stories of how he was rescued, it was amazing that everybody that came together, and it seemed like every ship on the ocean was trying to get towards him, to get to him, to be able to help him out, and I thought that was pretty cool. But the other piece I think was really important is, you know, anytime there's a mishap like this, you have some pieces of equipment and different things that are tested that you hope you never have to test. You know, our egress guys, you know, making sure that the seats worked properly, his ejection seat worked properly, and everything worked perfectly with that. Our life support guys, making sure that the parachute that he was in worked, that the raft that he ended up in, you know, once he hit the water, got in the water, that worked properly, and his suit to keep him warm worked. And training, you know, 2 weeks prior to this, he went through SEER training, so he learned how to do his water survival skills and those types of things. So everything the training piece of it all played out in this, and the equipment piece that we hope we never have to test, but in this case tested, and everything worked perfectly. So there was a lot of great work that's happening. Sometimes you just don't see the results of it, and hopefully we never will have to see the results again. But when it did come into play and needed to be done, everything worked perfectly. So you know, shout out to those guys that are responsible for, you know, those things and making sure that stuff works right.
All part of Exercise Red Flag. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's where they were flying to when this event occurred. But I also want to make sure that, you know, the Safety Investigation Board is here now, and they'll do a thorough inspection of all our procedures, which we're confident that we were doing all our procedures very well. So we will see how that works out over the next month or so.
What can you tell me about Red Flag?
Generically, or that was a good question. You know, we from the operations perspective, it allows us the opportunity to do the required training we need for our mission set and for deployable, and is one of the reasons why we are supporting Red Flag to keep our pilots in combat mission ready. And as they fly over there, and that's why we needed to get back to flying as soon as possible so that we can keep our pilots ready to go.
Now it goes from the 2nd to the 17th of August at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska. Distant Frontier is happening now.
Right, we have jets up there for Distant Frontier, and then they're going to change over and they're going to go right into Red Flag, and it gives us an opportunity for our jets to fly with some of the newer jets that we have. You know, the F-22s are up in Alaska. They just got approved to fly again, so they're going to be, you know, we'll be able to do some missions with them, see some of the capabilities of both jets together, as well as other aircraft from our inventory that's up there. It's a pretty big exercise. It really brings the team together to show what their warfighting skills and develop their warfighting skills for hopefully future deployments and different things that we have to use them for.
And then something seen here on base that's a little bit different are the Navy aircraft. The Navy aircraft came here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they call them, the Growlers?
The Growlers.
How does that impact the base here? How does that impact operations?
I think it's a good opportunity to work together with our joint services, give the opportunity to train with the Growlers, especially with the F-16 suppress enemy air defense mission. I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's around roughly about 200 folks that are here right now with the Navy Growlers that came in here for a 6-month deployment, and you'll see them around the base. You probably see a lot of them walking, so if you see them walking, give them a ride. I mean, they're here for 6 months. It's hot. It's 90 degrees. Give them a ride.
Absolutely.
But from a mission perspective, it's great to have them here. It really is. And also from a kind of a bias perspective, I always love people supporting FSS and getting more money into our system. So that's always a good sign, too.
Yeah,
You know what? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
actually, sitting at USFJ, I get asked a lot about, what is this new focus on the Pacific going to look like? What does it mean to Japan? And this is what I think a prime example. Not necessarily that the bases will get a lot of permanent party plus-ups and will expand the bases, but I think you'll see more rotational forces come in and out of Japan for exercises and forward deployed to Japan to do these types of events.
Yes, sir.
And we work pretty good with our Navy counterparts here. So a lot of the stuff that, with them coming in, it was kind of quiet to us because they really didn't need a whole lot of our support. They have a pretty good infrastructure here to be able to take care of themselves. And, they bedded down the 200 folks that came in and took care of most of their stuff. We have some support that goes into it, but they really did a good job of getting them in there and getting them settled in. And things have been going good so far. And we've really enjoyed having them on the yard.
Now, if anybody out there, you're watching, you're listening, you have a question, please give us a call, 226-1575. They're here to answer your questions and address your concerns about not only Misawa, maybe, big picture type stuff, since we have the big dog here from U.S. Forces Japan and 5th Air Force, right?
Please,
Anyways,
come on, give a call.
Give us a call, 226-1575. You can also post a message up on Facebook on AFM Misawa. We're here. We're looking at it. We're standing by. And you can send an email to 35fw.pa@us.af.mil. Now, one thing that you guys might notice if you've seen Commander's Open Line is that someone's missing. That someone being Colonel Rothstein.
He sure is.
Why is he missing?
He is actually going through training right now. He's getting educated again. As you move your way up through our Air Force careers, we all need training. We all need different skill sets that they're going to give us. And with his promotion coming up very soon, he's going through some senior leadership courses to develop him and prepare him for his promotion. He's going to be promoted. What date is he getting promoted on?
I think the official date's 2 August. So when he returns, he will be a General Rothstein.
Yeah, that's right. Which is great. I mean, it's awesome to see somebody reach that level of in their Air Force career, and I can't think of a better person to get promoted to Brigadier General. I think that's awesome.
And I'm impressed with our Air Force. I mean, one thing I think we do right is our training and education. I think we do it across our whether we're officers or enlisted or civilians. We do very good at developing our folks. So here is about to be a general officer, and we're still training them. We're still educating them because it's important.
And he really he's a little pulled back because he wanted to be promoted in front of his wing and be here for that, but his wife and 2 boys they left early and went back to the States preparing for their PCS and getting into schools and stuff, and so in order for them to be there for that promotion, which I think is very important to him, but I think it's just the right thing to do. He opted to do his promotion in D.C., and I think Chief McIntyre, your former boss, General Field, is going to be doing the honors at that one.
That is correct.
So it's a big day for him. So it's a big day for us too. I'm pretty excited for him.
It's important to know that really that was the Team Misawa that got him promoted. I mean,
Absolutely.
really all the great operations here and all the great efforts that this base did, and Wing Commander put him up for success. So it's really a tribute to all the folks out there. Every person on
There's
this base
no I in
did it.
team.
There is not. And it's great to hear that, and it's great. And matter of fact, when he comes back, I think we need to push him for a drink or something.
I think so.
I think
I
we
wasn't
need
even
to.
here when he got selected, but I'm taking credit for it. I think
agree.
everybody here should take credit
They do.
for getting him promoted.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a music break, sir. I believe you have a song request, so we're gonna go to Gautier, somebody that I used to know, and also promo the new Getting Dirty with the Chief over there on Base Channel 8. So
All right.
stay
All
tuned.
right.
Check that out. Here's Gautier.